this video, I'll be reviewing Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat by Samin Nosrat. I previously recommended this book before in my top 5 cookbooks for beginners. This book is a great overview on the how to cook, on why we cook, on the reasons we do things when we're cooking. I would say this is a great book for someone who's never ever cooked before or just really doesn't know that much to start reading. Samin Nosrat was born in San Diego, California, where her parents had immigrated from Iran. Like many chefs, she really got her start working at a restaurant. While in college, she ate the restaurant Ches Panis in Berkeley. This restaurant is well known as one of the inspirations for California cuisine, with a direct-to-farm-to-market approach in cooking. After eating there, she decided she wanted to become a busser there. Eventually, she worked her way up the kitchen and soon became a chef. It's really similar to Kenji Lopez-Alt's beginning, where they didn't really know what they were doing and they studied something else completely, but then later on went into a restaurant and decided to become a chef. She's worked in many California and Italian restaurants and even going to Italy to study for a bit. When I watched the Netflix documentary Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat, which she hosts, she can actually speak Italian. So if you watch the Italy episode, it's really interesting to watch her speak Italian to all these Italians. Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat was wrote in 2017. I think this was Samin's way of getting people to enjoy cooking. As someone who didn't learn how to cook until an adult, she probably knew a lot of things she wished she learned when she started cooking. That's why I think she probably wrote this book. Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat in 2018 won the James Beard General Cookbook Award and was also named Best Cookbook of the Year by the International Association of Culinary Professionals. This book is more of a concept book. The beginning is mostly the importance of salt, fat, acid, and heat for cooking. It goes over the importance of salt, how it flavors foods, how salt works with your tongue on bringing out the flavors and nuances of food, how fats affect the mouthfeel of food, the flavor of it, how different acids can affect the taste and the texture and the importance of acid, and the different ways of using heat to cook food like pan fry, frying. And then she kind of incorporates each of the 4 concepts into each section and how acid can affect the heat of things, how salt can affect cooking food, how fat can affect it, how salt and fat can affect things. So it kind of all comes together. To me, this is more of an introduction to cooking book than a recipe book. There are recipes included, but many of them are very simple and introductory. An issue I have though is the writings of the recipes are kind of like long paragraphs. They're not really broken up into easy steps. So it can be kind of confusing trying to go through a recipe while cooking it. There's no pictures in this book at all. It's all illustrations. I find that a cool theme because it feels like that this book is her food diary and her food journal. The only issue is I really like looking at food pictures, and so trying to imagine what a food would turn out through drawings isn't really my ideal way of having a cookbook. What's cool about this book is there's a bunch of graphs in each chapter. So there's this giant wheel on different types of fats in the world and what they're used for, and different types of acids and how they affect flavor. So it's really cool to kind of see everything consolidated together because there's so much different, types of cooking oils for eating, different ways of cooking food, and she just brings it together and makes it really easy. At the end, she gives sections on recipes that you can cook where it's a learning lesson, so you can kind of learn how the importance of salt and fat based off of recipes she's included. She also has menu pairings, which I find it kind of cool, where maybe one night you just don't know what to cook. You can just open this book and cook one of her menu pairings, which includes a side and a main course, or maybe main course and dessert. It's just really cool. Yeah, I just really love this book. I think it's great for beginners. I always recommend beginners read this book first. I really do recommend it. If you're an experienced home chef, I think it would still be good to read it just to reinforce good concepts, but I wouldn't say it's necessary. Anyway, I really like this book. I really enjoyed reading it, and I really like Samin's personality. I know I mentioned the Netflix series that she has. I wouldn't say it's a necessary watch. It kind of tends to be like the cheesy, over-the-top food porn series that you usually see on Netflix, so I can't really recommend it, and you're not going to get as much out of it as you would this book. And with all those points, I'm giving this book an 8 out of 10. Hey guys, I just want to say I really appreciate you watching my videos. I'm kind of infrequent about posting. I try to do it every 2 weeks, but this past 4 weeks I've just been kind of busy. I really want to hope to reaching 1,000 subscribers, so if you could please subscribe, that would be great. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, thanks for watching and keep posted for more great videos.